Neil Augenstein, WTOP News. 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 Sorry about that. I don't know why. I'm having these weird seizures where I just blurt out things I have no idea what I'm saying. Am I still recording? Oh, yeah, okay. How you doing, everybody?
And here we are. Me and Mobile Instinct are standing at the grave of the legendary Camo Dave. Real name, of course, as you see, David Richard Hughes. And a lot of you guys are not going to know who Camo Dave was, but Camo Dave, he was a YouTuber that would report on YouTube nomads who lived in their vehicles.
Yeah.
That's all he did. He talked about me on occasion. He talked about you on occasion.
Mobile Instinct there, I believe his name is Chris. He was hanging out with Lamont at large a couple of weeks ago and did this video here about a crumbling mausoleum. Really interesting video there. Look at it, 694,000 views.
Just people who live in their vehicles and they travel around just doing videos. He would report on like where we were at, what we were doing, a little bit of drama mixed in, but of course that never hurt anybody. And I had the opportunity and pleasure to meet this guy, I want to say it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and he interviewed me on his channel.
Hey everybody, it's Dave, and guess who's with me here at the McDonald's in Springfield?
What's going on, guys? How are you doing?
How you doing?
Very good. Just hanging out here having some coffee. Dave bought me some coffee and some chicken nuggets.
And that's how you found me, was on his channel. And I met a couple good friends, one of them being Insane Chef on his channel. And I got some really good subscribers off of him.
Yeah, he would talk about you once in a while.
Yeah.
And I remember looking you up, and you looked crazy. You had this crazy beard.
Oh, yeah, I was going through some emotional stuff
Like,
at the
who
time.
is this guy?
Yeah.
But it was entertaining watching you.
Yeah, I didn't shave for 5 months. And, yeah, I came out here unexpectedly. I wasn't going to pass Ohio going east this year, but I wanted to come to pay my respects. And he had a heart attack is what they're guessing.
Yeah, so crazy. Yeah, you were literally on your way. You were just like a day away from meeting up with him again, right?
I was, me and Dave were supposed to do a collab for this channel. So I was looking for like maybe a disappearance or an unsolved murder. And that wasn't really his content because he was really a cheery guy. He wasn't into like the death thing. So he was like, I don't know, man, like, about doing that. But he was looking forward to working with me. And just as I passed the North Carolina border, I spent Christmas time 2021 in Virginia. I was on my way to Winston-Salem. I was going to stay there for 2 days, and then I was going to call him. We were going to meet up and do a collab.
Yeah.
And Shimei, who one of my mods on my channel, she texted me. She's like, Camo Dave died, and she doesn't joke. She's not that type of person. And I literally called her right away, and I was absolutely. You're always shocked when somebody dies. You know what I mean? Especially, this guy. I don't know his medical past, but he didn't strike me as a type that was unhealthy. He was a regular sized guy. Yeah. And, and he wasn't that, I mean, he had that beard that made him look a lot older than he was.
Yeah.
And
that old.
Yeah, and I know that he worked as, I think he worked for some kind of a newspaper earlier on in his career in the D.C. He would cover like D.C., Virginia politics and
he
stuff.
Did radio too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you were the one, I remember you texted me that day and I was like, what? I mean, you're always surprised when someone dies suddenly.
Yeah.
But I think anybody who watched him, we were so used to, you check YouTube and there's his video for the day. He uploaded every day.
And then twice a day, he started grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw that YouTube check coming to his bank account. He said, I should do this twice a day. Yeah. And,
yeah, I sent him, I know you're all against merch, but I sent him a t-shirt, a Mobile Instinct t-shirt, and some stickers. I just wanted to because I wanted to thank him because, you know, when you're a small YouTuber and you don't have a lot of subscribers, when you just get a few from people mentioning you, it's a big deal.
That was a very big deal to me. I remember doing live streams. There would be people that were like 15 people. I remember the time, like once he started talking about me, I started getting like 20 and 25, and people would say like, "Oh, hey, Camo Dave talked about you, so I'm here." And I met Insane Chef, who's become a very good friend of mine through his channel, and he, in a sense, helped me get my start.
Absolutely.
And when I heard that he died, man, it just, I could not believe the timing, because I was going to call him the next day just to set up a time where, like, you know, to meet up, and, you know, because I knew he was excited to do the video, but he was a little bit, because he doesn't do stuff like that. Yeah. And when Shemaine told me he died, I pulled over on the side of the road and I called her, and I just could not believe it. I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah, very shocked.
And it's always surreal knowing somebody that they're alive, they're on YouTube, and they're uploading every day, and they're gone. And he had a couple roommates down in North Carolina where he lived, and one of his roommates found him in his room. He was dead.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So more than likely he probably had a heart attack, you know, in his sleep or something along those lines.
You know, I knew that he was fascinated with people that traveled, that lived in their cars or RVs or whatever. And it was good that he did start kind of getting out and at least moving to different places and, you know, places for short periods of time. But I feel like he always wanted to get a camper or an RV and get
he was apprehensive about doing the whole you know, he had that little Volkswagen Golf, that little silver one.
Yeah.
And I told him, because we talked on occasion, you know, not a whole, but we talked on occasion on the phone. And I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, why don't you just get like just for one night, just go to a rest stop, and you're not going to sleep your first night, because your first night you're creeped out. I don't know if you remember the first time you slept in the vehicle. I did. I couldn't sleep for the first night. I was nervous. But I told him, I said, you're going to be nervous, but, you know, you'll get used to it. And, you know, you might like it, but he never got to do that. But he did want to, like, as you were saying. Yeah. He wanted to get like a little camper, and it's not like he couldn't afford it. He could. He's making, you know, he had that in his website, so he's making a little bit of coin on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't know, he just loved talking about people. And I told this guy, I said, why don't you talk about relevant YouTubers? And he's like, oh, man, come on, man. You know, he had that saying, come on, man. And I'm like, dude, talk about like the relevant YouTubers. Talk about Trisha Paytas. Talk about the Gabby, I don't know, some Gabby woman. I said, if you talked about those people, you would get 50,000 subscribers, no problem. But he just wanted to just talk about nomads in there. It was so odd.
I mean, I think you just got to, when it comes to YouTube, I always tell people, you got to do what you love.
Yeah.
You can't fake the funk, so to speak.
I respect him for that, because he could have made a lot more money not talking about me and you, because we don't really do drama stuff. Well, I mean, I might on my other channel, but not on this. And but no, he just stuck to his guns. He's like, nah, man. I know. I was desperately pleading with him. I said, please start. You know, when Boogie 2988, when he got arrested, I said, dude, why don't you talk about that? Like, go talk about it. By the way, I feel he shouldn't have gotten arrested, but whatever. I said, you need to talk about stuff like that. Like, you need to talk about like what Keemstar, and what's the other guy that always wears the flannel?
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know. But the drama YouTubers. But
yeah, well, he definitely liked the drama, and I know.
Oh, he loved drama.
I never got involved in any drama like that, but I remember that there was a lot of back and forth, and his channel was the center of it. It was how people communicated with each other.
Yeah, and some of the YouTubers who I'm not going to really mention because they ain't worth mentioning at all, like, they were really mad at him just because he spoke about them. And I'm like, dude, let me tell you something about this guy. He and they would call him a troll. I'm like, what are you, dude? I've never heard this man utter one bad word ever, whether I spoke to him in person or on the phone. I've never, let me tell you something. I've never heard him say a bad word about anybody, nor a bad word at all.
Yeah, he never said anything.
No, he
that I
didn't.
heard.
And I don't understand these clowns
I don't know.
with these YouTube channels. Like, oh, yeah, you saw, and then they're just, you know, they're really a waste of breath for me to even say their name. But you know who you are, and I'm not even gonna waste my time on you. But this guy, you know, you should be like not honored, but you should be flattered that he wanted to, you know, talk about you guys, whether you have 200, 300,000 subscribers. And some of these clowns, some of these absolute clowns on YouTube, they think that they're so like good. And it's just, it makes me ill to even mention them.
Well, I got to tell you, I remember the first time he ever mentioned me. I was on the train. I was on the train going into New York City. I don't remember why or where I was going, and I would always watch his videos in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, because you wanted to see what he was talking about.
I'm watching his video, and I'm not really paying attention because I think, you know, doing the ticket exchange with the, you know, with the conductor and all this stuff. And I look down, and there's my video, but I'm watching his video. So now I know that he's covering me, and I'm like, I was blown away. I mean, it was flattering, and it was,
yeah.
You know, I was always very thankful. You know, especially in the beginning. I mean, that's just huge when someone mentions you and likes your content enough where he's going to talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Excuse me.
I'm glad I got the chance to thank him. I sent him a card, and like I said, I gave him a shirt and stickers, and I never got a chance to meet him. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, it was
jealous of you that you did that.
Haha. Yeah. So we just wanted to stop by really quick and pay our respects to Camo Dave, and I'm sorry that you know, very, very yeah.
Yeah, and these are, I guess these are his parents.
Yeah. Those are Richard and Sarah Hughes. So he's buried alongside his parents. So
his dad died quite a while ago, 91.
Yeah, so he died young too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. But thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a rant. But rest in peace to Camo Dave. So he'll live in our hearts forever. All right, guys, we are out of here. We will see you on the next video. Peace out.
Nice. Hey, let's listen to see how the pickle sounds on the new microphone. Get ready. Put your headphones on. Wow. I bet you that sounds cool on your headphones.